Hello everyone, how's it going, and welcome back to a brand new live stream, where today we are finally doing quite a lot of logistical stuff. This is one of my favourite things to do in Satisfactory. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love building, I love exploring, but for me, it's all to do with the maths and the logistics. There's just something about it that I find so satisfying. And I actually want to start off this live stream by asking you guys a question. Do you guys enjoy logistic work in Satisfactory? Not just to watch, but like, do you enjoy doing it yourselves? Because I feel like this is one of those games where you almost have to enjoy it, otherwise you're probably playing the wrong game. Regardless, I just want to dive straight into some things here. As you can probably guess by the title, we are doing automated wiring. But why automated wiring? It's a good question. Essentially, we need to make adaptive control units. What's one of the things I need for adaptive control units? Automated wiring. In fact, it probably would have been a good idea if I got the if I got the actual site up so I can show you guys exactly what we are making and what we are making it for. So I'll do that as of right now. And I might as well show you guys exactly where I will be building this thing. So let's get an aerial shot. And thank you again, by the way, for all the support on the recent videos and streams. You guys know I'm always thankful, so thank you. This is something that I designed off camera. You will see this in the video coming out in the next couple of weeks. But essentially, here it is. It's extremely basic. I know it's basic, but it serves a really good function. First of all, it's flat, so it makes my life really simple. And second of all, it's really easily laid out. I've also got a logistics floor. Actually, I've technically got two logistics floors underneath there, but one main one, another much smaller one. And everything here is really well organized. So I know exactly where everything is, where it's going to be coming out from, and all the other resources. Additionally, what I've also done, if you see all these nodes around here, we've got limestone, we've got more limestone, we had a couple quartz nodes down over there as well, copper, and an absolute ton of iron. All of these nodes had Mark 1 miners with Mark 1 or Mark 2 conveyor belts, but every single one of these iron nodes, and I believe the copper node, is a pure node, which meant I was losing hundreds of resources per minute. So what I've done is I've upgraded every single one of... Actually, I'll just show you, to be honest, since we're literally stood right next to two of them. I've upgraded every single one of these miners to Mark 2, and I've overclocked all of them to produce 480 items per minute, which means that when I show you guys my logistic floor, we can now see we are getting hundreds, and actually no, screw that, thousands of extra resources here per minute. We're getting a good chunk of limestone. Again, like this is 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe like an extra 880 limestone from here. I mean, a good couple thousand iron easy, because we've got 4 iron nodes over there. I think there's like 3 more around here as well, or 2 more. Yeah, look at that. We've also got some Caterium coming here eventually. So yeah, we are doing really, really good in regards of resources, which I'm obviously rather excited about. So let's just get straight into it. Very quickly though, let me try and get my software open so I can show you guys exactly what we are doing here today. And I believe it's this one. There we go. And I've actually premiered the next couple of stream... Wait. It's saying offline. Okay, there we go, good. I had to interrupt myself halfway through that sentence because YouTube said that we were offline there for a second, which it shouldn't be. But there we go. We're back now. So I've actually premiered the next couple of our live streams. So if you guys want to watch that, then feel free. Or at least set a reminder for it. Welcome Tristan, good morning, hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the stream, first one here today. So automated wiring, we are making, really we're doing 5 per minute? Oh yeah we are, damn. So we're doing 5 automated wiring per minute. Our next stream will then tackle heavy modular frames. We'll then have another stream after that, tackling computers and circuit boards as well. But again, today we're just focusing on this. We are going to need 182.4 iron ore. Okay, that might sound like quite a bit, but again, if we come back down here for a second, somewhere over here, we've got a lot more than just 182.4. So what I'll most likely end up doing is using, I suppose you, because you're right at the very end, which will leave us with 197.6? Something like that, yeah. Iron over here, 397.6, yeah. Which is a pretty good amount over there, which is fantastic. We're then going to be making a good amount of iron ingots, some wire, quite a lot of wire actually, steel pipe, stators, cable, And lastly, our automated wiring. I don't really want to talk about this for too much longer. I just want to go grab the resources that we need and just start instantly. I have also made some things regarding the dimensional depot. I have bought a couple of upgrades because, I mean, who doesn't love a good upgrade? So I'll be continuously filling this up as the stream goes on. In fact, if you guys don't see me filling this up, just like comment in the live chat, fill up your dimensional depot or empty your inventory, just so I know. I do want to try and chuck you lot out here though. Lovely. That's fine. I'll take some of you. I don't need things like that, for example. I shouldn't need that either. Are we making assemblers today? We actually are. Yes, no, we are, definitely. So we are going to need, smelters-wise, the 3, 6, 9, that's 6, 7 smelters. That's not too bad, actually. That's really not bad at all. I'm going to go 8 just in case. Foundry-wise, 0, which is good. Wire. I don't know how many constructors. Let's just go with, like, that's like maximum 30. We are not going to need any more than that. Manufacturers, 0, luckily. Miners, of course, 0. Anything else from the screen? Yes, assemblers will go with 10. I think that's like maximum 10. But I'll go 12 just in case. I don't want to get it wrong. I probably will. We won't need any more than 50 of them. And we'll go with 200 of you guys, since why not? Logistics, we'll go with 1,000. We're not going to need 1,000, but I might as well take more than what I need. Then with you guys, again, 100. And luckily, no liquid logistics. We are only working on the fun stuff today, which is great. I do want to go with a couple storage containers, and definitely a Wait. I was going to say definitely a dimensional depot. I don't need a dimensional depot for automated wiring. I just don't. That's such a waste of a dimensional depot. I will go with this thing, though. And it has just occurred to me, we're actually making... No, we're not. No, we're not making automated wiring. We are making stators, and of course we're making cable, but I want to make this in one location, so I feel like I'm completely fine with having that there. Signs, we're most likely going to need a few signs. I'll go with a couple of you lots. Foundations, we shouldn't need any, because I've already built everything. But yeah, I'll go with that. Architecture, I don't care much about architecture for this stage of the game, so I think that's actually going to be it. Let's work with what we've got here. I'll get definitely a few more of you lots. We'll get that. Probably going to need these anyway. There we go. Get all of that there as well. So now we need some more iron plates. Reinforced iron plates there as well. Okay, essentially everything iron plate related. Okay. I'm actually not going to take that from there. Wait. I'm going to try and be a little bit smarter here. Oh, actually, I only did one there. Because we have got quite a lot of other resources built up over here. So why take from my personal area... That sounds like a mad sentence. Why take items from my personal storage boxes when I can just take it from here? Thus meaning I can now increase production in my starter factory. So that's completely fine. We'll empty our concrete, we'll go back for some iron plates, iron rods, and then we should be alright. But regarding concrete, we're actually doing pretty sound. We have got a lot. It's fantastic to see. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing good in the chat today. Thank you very much again for everyone tuning into these streams and to the videos as well. If you guys are still enjoying them, do let me know. If you guys would like to see any change, also let me know here as well. Because whenever I do these streams, there's no, like, format behind it. I literally wake up and I say, what do I want to try and do today? What do I want to try to achieve in the game? I want to make automated wiring? Sure, let's do an entire stream about it. That's literally the way that I run this channel. It's whatever I feel like doing on that particular day is what I do. So, again, if you guys would like me to change that potentially, do let me know. I mean, I don't really want to change that. But I'll be interested to hear your thoughts about it, at least. I'll leave that one there for now. Wait, why are you guys producing purple smoke? Is it not? Oh no, okay, because of the backgrounds. I'm not sure if you guys have ever played a game called SimCity 2013. The Cities of Tomorrow expansion pack. But essentially, in that update, you have these things called Omega Factories. And these Omega Factories sometimes produce, like, purple smoke when you're burning it. And essentially, I think it requires, like, is it iron ore and crude oil when you can make, like, tons of money off of it? Anyway, a bit of a sidetrack there, but that's what it reminded me of. So we'll take that there as well. And I'm pretty sure we've actually completely filled up our reinforced iron plates area. Never mind. Oh no, mind. I was right. Okay, I'll chuck the remainder of you guys into here. There we go. Yeah, we've got a really good amount of resources now. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Like, that's almost 45,000 iron plates. Am I going to need 45,000 iron plates? No. No. But it's still great to have. You guys probably aren't too far behind. Yeah, almost 37,000 iron rods. That's not too bad at all. And the rest of our reinforced iron plates, I can... Oh, yeah. I've got rid of this area. That's definitely something I have got to try and reintroduce. I got rid of one of my awesome sinks there. Oh, well. I'll chuck it over here then instead. I'll do the rest of the organization off camera. Actually, I'm literally going back to my storage area, so I might as well take this. Yeah, this is essentially what I do off camera quite a lot. I'll go around my starter factory, either sinking everything I don't want, or just leaving it if I need it. Okay, I've actually got to try and move you guys over here. And the remainder of you lot to go over here. Great. So I'll get you. It's a good start. And get everything again from back over here. Now, what else are we missing? Iron plates again. Yep. Not anymore. Reinforced iron plates there as well. Good. The ones that I literally just sunk. But oh well. Encased industrial beams. I actually have to go back to get some more encased industrial beams. Oh, damn. Yeah, we are actually running a bit low. Well, I say... Wait. I say we're running low. We've got almost 12,000 just lying around here. So, no, we're not running low. We're actually running completely fine. Let's get some rotors over here as well. Again, we are pretty much completely filled up there with rotors, which is amazing to see. How many have we actually got? Almost 13k. Probably very similar here with you guys. Yeah, 12,300. Not doing as well with the motors. That's because I'm actually not automating this yet. Maybe I should. That's actually something I should definitely focus on. Yeah, no, absolutely should focus on that one day. I don't know why I actually haven't. So, yep. Maybe, no, tomorrow I'm uploading a video. I'll think about when to do that, actually. That's threw me for a bit of a loop. I kind of completely forgot about that. It's rather important, especially for like fuel generators, which I'm pretty sure are rather expensive in the motor department. Yeah, 15, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for some of my projects, I'm going to be needing like, what was it, 600? Which is suddenly 9,000 motors. Have I got 9,000 motors? Have a guess. No. Obviously not. We're not even a tenth of the way there. Regardless, again, we won't be needing that until we do our rocket fuel factory. Oh, I should have grabbed some fuel. Let's definitely do that. That's definitely still quite far down the line, but it's nice to have, at least, right? There it is. I've definitely been burning through my solid biofuel now. But having said that, though, I've gathered so many leaves and wood over the last couple of episodes, either off camera or on camera, that it's honestly completely fine. There we go. Welcome, Vinard. Hope that you're doing good. Second person here today. Good to have you tuning in. So, let's begin. Actually, I should probably inform the viewers about this, shouldn't I? Audio, turn that off. I know it's nighttime. I don't normally like to record clips during the night, but sometimes I haven't really got much of a choice. Oh. Actually, I've got another idea for this area. Now, I was actually going to be Nice. Now, I was actually going to be placing down my smelters here for the automated wiring, but I think there's the... Oh dear. I've been recording videos all morning and my voice is just dead. Anyway. This was where I was thinking about placing down my smelters, but I think it'll be a much better location to have all of my storage boxes for things like the adaptive control units. There we go. That's literally all I wanted to try and record there. So, yeah, no smelters over there. Instead, I want to try and have the smelters here. Like, literally, though, I have been just recording today. Just recording. There we go. Get the music back. Lovely. Welcome, Bobanto. Hope that you're doing well. Why don't you make a quick production line for liquid biofuel? I will be doing that, just not today. It's on the list of things to do, but I've got more important things to do first. If I didn't have more important things to do, then yes, I'd most certainly be doing that. So I suppose... Wait, is there anything below here? There is, you lot, but I can definitely get a line behind here, though, so that shouldn't be too bad. What I want to try and do is grab our smelters. Also, get rid of this. I hate having, like, this list thing here. It takes up such, like, a massive part of the screen, which is fine, but I don't really want it to. Okay, that should be good. By the time that I have however many I need over there, and place you down here. Yeah, that's plenty of room. That's great. Order, logistics. There we go. No, doesn't matter. Great. You've turned this corner of the Spire Coast into a refinery spam. 208 refineries making resource ingots. Oh, nice. I need to put something over there, these things, because it looks like a mess. Any suggestions? Have you thought about building some sort of, like, dome over it? I don't know if you built it like a rectangular pattern, but if it's not, then oh, my game's frozen. But maybe a dome could look quite nice. Yeah. So, iron, the very first one needs to be making 82.4, so that's, no, 30, 60, 90. So we need 7.6 left, which is 22.4. Yeah, that's correct, I'm pretty sure. And just temporarily, I want to paint you guys like that. Just so visually I know which is which, and after I've done all my logistics, I can then go back to the way it was before. Then 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. How much extra did I need there? 100. Okay, right. So I can get rid of that, then lower you down to 20. That will then be 30, 60, 90. 100. There we go. That's better. So I'll start off with you guys first then. Do a little bit of this. Go for our splitters. Lovely. With you guys coming out... Actually, can I do this? Oh, that's fantastic. Definitely intentional, by the way. Absolutely meant to do that. Yep. Okay, well, if I was to attach you to the ceiling there, it makes absolutely no difference. Welcome, Watari. Hope that you're doing good, man. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? A rectangular, and it's part of a nuclear plant, so you don't want to mess with the... Okay, yeah. Have you thought about doing, like, some sort of rectangular factory, but then having your walls at different depth levels? The way that I mean that is something like... I can't place this down because I don't think I've got the resources for it. But... where would it be? This one? Actually, I can place it down. That's handy. But then have something like this going around the outside. So it almost breaks away the rectangular sort of pattern. So you can still have, like, glass or a wall in there and it will look completely fine. Then on your outer perimeter here, you can have a nice little pathway going around here. You can always just remove this wall. Have the path going through here. Have like an entrance going in that way there as well. So it means that you can make this walkway practical and also looks nice as well. So you can have that pattern going around the outside there. Add a bit of lights maybe. Try and break up the pattern a little bit. For your roof, you could try and do like a flat roof like this, for example. Then do like a couple circular rings on top. Either designing it using the blueprint strategy or something like this. I can't do it right now, but you know, like where you press control, then you rotate it around a little bit in the blueprint designer using the walkways. You could try and do that. to create some sort of like circular rings on top so that when you do fly towards it, it doesn't look like a rectangular block. You could try doing that. I'm sure I'll be working a rectangular factory somewhere down the line where I'll end up doing that myself. There we go. So again, you guys are the 82.4 iron that I need, and the iron that I wanted to get was from you. Okay. That's fine. I don't mind if these, like, cross over each other a little bit. I do want to leave a bit of room, though. Maybe that's a bit too much room. We can always adjust it a bit later on. That's completely fine. The next thing that I now want to try and do is... In fact, I could just continue this, can't I? There's no reason why you guys have to be coming from different nodes when you're easily able to come from the same node. We'll definitely do that. You can come around this way. Like so. There we go, great. That's not too bad. Then have a splitter right about... Here. Be coming off this direction. Okay, so 480, which is what we started off with, minus 182.4 is 287.6. Okay. Which means that here, I have got 287.6 remaining iron on this conveyor belt. That is how simple today's maths are actually going to be. For the other factory, but you didn't think about reusing previous designs? Yeah, I mean, why not? Sometimes what I like to try and do is, like, mix blueprints together. So let's say I use everything in black for one build, everything in white for the second. For the third build, I might use a little bit of this, and a couple new blueprints. It just saves you a bit of time, and sometimes it can actually end up looking rather nice. Okay, now we're going to try and merge you guys together. So the 82.4... Actually, wait, there's an easier way to try and do this. Both of you have to make our steel pipes. So I might as well just merge you two together. Somewhere here. I know there's no point actually using Mark IV conveyor belts for this, but it's the resource I've got in abundance, so I might as well. Cancel? No. It will look really weird. There we go. Okay. Then you two are now going to be making 15 steel pipes. That isn't too bad. Technically iron pipes. And you only need one constructor. Okay, that's actually really good. I don't think there's a way I can, like, merge you guys in the middle here, is there? Because there's not enough room. I wish there was, but... No, that definitely won't work. That's alright. What I can do here instead, then, is grab you, rotate you around. Obviously, I can't place you in there. Maybe I can place you in, like, this? No, that will end up looking a bit weird, I think. Okay. So, we could go with something like that. Be relatively close here to the middle. Go with a nice little design like so. Iron pipe, 15 per minute, and that is that done. Great. So right now we have done this, this, and this already. This might be a short stream here, chap. We will do a bit more than just this today, if we can. That'd be fantastic, of course. I suppose motors, since I was talking about it. We've done that. What's next now? I suppose power, right, actually? Yeah. Get the boring thing out the way with. Plug you guys into here. You can go into that. What day is it today? Saturday, isn't it? Yes. Has anyone got any interesting plans for the weekend? Anyone, I don't know, going on a holiday? That'll be interesting. Right, we've actually got no power on this floor, but I'm pretty sure actually, wait. There should be power underneath here though, right? There most certainly will be. And this is that second logistics floor I was talking about. It is rather busy down here though. It is definitely busy. Which is the reason why I don't want to go down there too much. Regardless, got a bunch of power there now. It should all be turned on, right? There's no reason why you shouldn't be. Yes. Great. We'll then cover you guys up. Why have I got the chainsaw equipped? I've always got the chainsaw equipped, don't I? I don't want it though. I can just keep hiding it, I suppose. No. Damn it. Okay, the next thing to now focus on is our wire. Local furry prep. Oh, nice. Wire. I'm doing iron wire around side. Because I was looking at my maps there. I was like, where's the copper? Oh yeah, iron wire. Deary me. There we go. So, I need 40 of you, which is the equivalent to about 2 of these constructors. Okay, not bad. I should be able just to chuck you in right here, right? Yes. So you've actually got to go into both there and that one. No, please just line it up normally. We could do this. Merge. No, we need a splitter here. It's honestly been like so long, or it feels at least like it's been so long since I've last done like proper logistic stuff. I've almost forgotten what it's like. No, it's good. Should be lining up with that. And one more over here. I'm actually wondering, are you guys actually going to fit? And why is this not lining up properly? Okay, now it's lining up properly. Really weird. Yeah, okay, you guys are fine, I think. Yes. Have you facing outwards like so? One week break from work. Nice, Vinod. That is good. Traveling anywhere nice in particular? You're set to 20? No, you're set to 13.5. Why were you set to 13.5? Oh well. You're now both set to 20, which is great. You're doing good. Oh, I think I know why, because I copied that over, then switched it to wire. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Right. Oh, you're not even facing the right way. Cool. Always love that. Are you facing the right way? So, yeah, you are facing the right way. Most peculiar. That's 30, 60. Then after you, we then have to start increasing our conveyor belt capacity. Great. So we've now made our 40 wire, which is great. The next thing that I want to start working on now is our 5 stators, which would be a very good achievement. Let's chuck you into here. One more there. Yep. You're now turned on, right? No power. Okay, now you're turned on. Good. So I've got to merge you two together, then essentially just chuck all of you into an assembler, and that's it. Okay. It's not bad now, is it? What's the easiest way to do this? Whatever it is, I'll try my best to avoid it. Right here. Which leaves us with an absolute ton of room here for the back. No. Right. Stator. Oh, you make exactly 5 per minute. Great. That's literally it then. Okay, wow. That felt so much easier to do than what we were doing before. Okay, for you, what I'm actually going to try and do here is disconnect you two, connect you over there instead, then have you come out to here. Great. And I will actually draw some power over here just in case I'm going to need it in the future. Regardless, that is a good start. Add that over there. Just in case, there's a bit of room here, I can add in some storage containers. Oh, I don't know, something. We'll add something. I'm just taking a break, maybe I'll see. Oh, that's nice. Visiting the fam. Drinking some water here. It's not really a hot day, but I'm somehow hot. I don't even know how. There we go. So our state is now finished. The only other thing we've got to try and work on now is going to be more wire and more cable this time. Okay, right. So you lot are going to be making our iron wire. And I'm going to be needing like 10 of these constructors, which is quite a bit. But luckily, we can probably do something quite nice here with the design. What I'm going to try and do is bring you down actually all the way to here. We have a small gap of, let's say, around about 3. Rotate that one around there in just a sec. That should be enough room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't quite fit 5 into there. Is there a way that I can? Absolutely I can. Yeah. Definitely have you facing this way. You're in line with that. You're in line with that. So let's plop you in. Lovely. Then do what we do best, and that's get rid of everything that I've placed down. Seems to be my my speciality at this point now. Oh well. It's a lot of room. Yeah. Because the only thing I actually need to have here is a merger. That's it. I don't need like an entire foundation for that. But then I can be in line with this, so yeah, let's just stick with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Vertical splitters and mergers have been a lifesaver, yes. I do want to start using more of them, and I feel like we definitely will. But for this stage of the game, I haven't really been using them very often. Or at all, in fact. But I have got a plan on using them further down the line. For a factory that I'm thinking of. Okay, so that would be 5. 5 more. I could overclock them, but we've got so much room, there's no points. And regarding yourself, I'm going to chuck you down there. That's the whole point of having that logistic floor there, is to be doing things like this. So in total, we're looking at 200 wire here, which isn't too bad. This might be a bit annoying though, because I'm pretty sure you're about to go over the edge. Yes, you are. I don't really want you to do that. So what I'm actually going to try and do here instead is this. I'm going to merge you guys together and have you come out here. Defaults. There we go. It's a little bit bugged, that straight mode. It's been mostly fixed, mostly ironed out, but it's not perfect just yet. It essentially repeats the exact same thing that I just did over here, over on the other side. Yeah, you're all producing 20. Again, we need 200. And what's 200 divided by 20? That's right, 46.132 recurring. No, it's 10. Really using difficult maths today. Oh dear. Oh, welcome Grandpa Raider. You planned out a 100 per minute heavy modular frame factory in the modular. Oh wow. Now you just need to get motivated to start it. I feel like I'm the same, because sometimes I will plan something and I'll think, you know what? This seems really easy. But then do I actually bother building it? No. Why are you red? Oh, right. Okay. No one saw that. If you guys think you did see that, you didn't. Oh dear. Whoops. Beautiful. There we go. So now I want you guys to swing around here. Change you to a splitter. And again, do I really want to squish everything together? Depends, because like... yeah, that's actually fine. You don't need 100 per minute, but you got inspired by BLA Andrew 375's Heavy Modular Frame Factory. Oh, right. That's the thing. That's like the dangerous side of Satisfactory YouTube. People will look at something and think, oh, I could do that. And of course they can, but it's just the motivation. There's a good thing about, at least when I upload videos, I know that when I do it, other people might enjoy watching it, so I'm not just doing it for myself. So it gives me that extra little bit of motivation just to make the content. So I must say I actually quite like. Okay, there we go. Oh wow, you're actually already working. Of course you're already working. Yeah, why wouldn't you? Fantastic. So that side's already completely done. And because of the brand new copy and paste feature in update 1.1, I say brand new, it technically came out on like the 1st of April. It now means I don't have to change any of those settings, which is great. I remember when I very first used to start watching Kibitz. This used to be back when I never used to do like crazy projects. I used to play the game for a few weeks, get overwhelmed, then quit. Then a month later, play the game for a few weeks, get overwhelmed, quit, and repeat the process, right? And then I used to start watching Kibitz and thinking, oh, I could do that. I can plan that out. And then I started doing like really weird planning of factories. And then I started writing down like pages upon pages upon pages of notes and maths and workings out and planning the perfect factory. And then I started making content for the game, and here we are, so, you know. You never know. Okay, how have you still not got enough iron? I suppose you'll not have to get filled up first, right? I might as well upgrade you. I know I don't need to, but I still want to. And there we go. That now is 100 iron ingots going into you lots. Well, that's clearly not right. We need 112, not 100. Okay. I think I can do that. How did I get the maths wrong for that? Oh, it's 5. Okay, so it's 5 into 9, not 5 into 10. Right. So because I increased that by 12, it now means that you are going to go down by 12, which is 275.6. Okay. Again, that's fine. The reason why I sound a bit concerned, because does that mean that the rest of my maths is now off? There we go. So add 12 onto you. You should be fine. See, yeah, this is fine. 6.8 into 12. If it was wrong, it would have been 6 into 12. Again, same thing here. If this was wrong, that would have been 30.8, so I've got that correct. Yep. Okay, so it seems like this is the only one that I messed up on, which is not bad. I mean, I'd rather not mess up, obviously, but it could have been worse, so we'll take it. Okay. Now let's try and do the same thing with that conveyor belt that I did over on this corner. So we've got to grab you, turn you into a merger, obviously. Actually, it wasn't really that obvious, but that's what we are doing. Have you facing that way. Chuck you into there, chuck you into there, chuck you into default, into there. Can I select this? Well, I think that worked. No, I don't know why. Oh, I selected a constructor. Okay, right. So the answer was no, it wouldn't work. Then have you facing inwards like this. Grab ourselves a merger. And there we go. We have now got 200 wire over there, which is great. This is what we are doing, by the way. So we've actually finished doing this, which is great. We've now finished doing this, pretty much that, and definitely that. We'll turn all of that to be green there as well. Brilliant. The next thing to then do is the cable and, lastly, the automated wiring. I generally didn't think we'll get this done within 40 minutes. But there we go. Still got a lot more to do though, so don't worry. It won't be a short stream. I was actually planning on this being a long stream. The heavy modular frame stuff should be a bit longer, and the computer stuff definitely will be a lot longer. Is that line? That's not lined up, is it? Oh no, it is. Damn. I actually did it right. He found me when I was on vacation last month and was looking for content. He had started his playthrough, and once he heard the voice, I was like, hooked. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know why, but like, my accents changed a lot over the years. Also, it depends who I'm with as well. Like, I've noticed that my voice is slightly lower pitch when I'm with newer people. But when I feel more confident talking around people, it goes like this pitch, like it's slightly higher. But like, if I haven't talked to them for a while, well, you know, I'll be talking a bit more monotone, a bit more like this. Which is really weird, but I don't know. I think it's because, like, I'm essentially talking to a webcam. That's what it feels like. So it's a lot more relaxed for me to try and do. Even though I know, of course, there are people at the end of the screen, which is also really cool. But yeah, that's just me trying to figure out what the internet is. Okay, you guys are yellow. That's completely fine. You'll be getting your iron eventually. We are now making enough. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, dear. So, 100 cable. That should only be... Is it 5 constructors? I don't think it's another 10. Oh, wow. 4. Great. So where should I chuck you lot, then? I suppose if I can... No, I don't think I can fit it into there. Would have been nice, but not really worth it. Although I can certainly do it into here, I think. If I do that. So yeah, we'll go... I'll rotate it around. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, let me just update the viewers very quickly. There we go. Start recording. It doesn't look like it, but we are playing on ultra graphics, I promise. Golly, yes. The pre-1.0 save, that was a while ago now, yeah. So far, this factory is looking pretty good. I did make one very small mathematical error with the iron ingots, but we've completely fixed it now. So, let me show you what we've done. Oh, there we go. These smelters will be... No. These smelters will be producing our cable, And then these smelters are producing our stators. Here we are making some wire and of course our steel pipes. That's then making our 5 stators per minute. That's pretty much it. However, we are needing 10 constructors over here to make our cable. Then 4 more constructors, which I'm just about to place down, to then transform that into our cable. Afterwards, we then combine our cable, we combine our stators, and that's our automated wiring. And something else I've actually completely forgotten about, I would love to automate motors as well. And we've got tons of resources and tons of room to do so. But for now, let's finish our automated wiring. There we go. Also, the other day when I did that stream where I was doing... What was it? Oh yeah, the plastic and rubber factory. I had the chat displayed the entire time when I was recording. So it looked like this, for example. The chat was like... up here. So I couldn't use the video footage. Because of course the chat was in the way throughout the entirety of it. So I had to re-record everything. And you guys will see it in the video tomorrow, but I managed to make it look like I was recording it live, even though it was like... not. Welcome Max Photo, hope that you're doing well. Okay, so our wire's gonna get dragged around there. But only the people that watch this live stream or that live stream will actually ever know that information. So, yep. Let's then remove you lots. Reduce you to 10 if I can. There we go. Or not. Do 30. I could make everything 25, but oh well. We're here now. And you're going to be the 10. Great. Grab this. Insiders? Yes, in theory. The public must never know. You must now sign a contract saying you'll never tell anyone. And join all you lot together. Okay, perfect. So that should be completely fine there regarding that logistics. I do want to make sure that is obviously filled up. And here we are not going to go underground. The reason why I've left it like this is so that I can press U and just merge everything together over here. I think that will end up looking a lot nicer, so we'll go with that. This factory has got the potential of being great. I'm unsure of its outcome just yet, but I think it should be alright. A demo of Alchemy Factory. It's like a cute miniature Satisfactory. Oh, nice. There's actually another factory automation game I do want to try and play. I think it's called like Star Rush, something like that. I was given a code for it on Steam, and I've played it, and I actually thought it was really good. So I do honestly want to try and make a video about that. I'm just trying to find the time and the time to release that. Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to try and do. Okay, so that's all of our cable being produced. The last thing now is the 5 automated wiring, where I've got to try and combine that with that item over there. And we've got a pretty good chunk of room over here. So let's try and do that. Zoop you around to there. We'll get rid of you. There we go. Then grab that. And let's actually see here for a second. If I was to make my automated wiring, how many of you do I need? 2. Okay. I only need 2. That's pretty good. But I could place you in facing this direction. Well, actually, this direction will make a bit more sense. Would it? No, cancel. No, I suppose it doesn't actually matter thinking about it now. But the second thing I could do is place it like this, which I feel like actually would make a bit more sense. But then it wouldn't take up quite as much room, I don't think, and I wanted to take up a bit more room. I think what I'll do is this. Oh. Because you're coming along like that. I can move you so that you're coming along here. Then you'll just go straight down afterwards. So maybe I could just do this, actually. We'll do one there. Then leave a gap. Do one there. And lastly, we'll chuck in one of you lots just for now. Right about here. Although, preferably facing the other direction. How's that looking? One more nudge, I think. I like the way that looks now. Yep. Okay. This might look a little bit silly, but what I'm actually going to try and do here is grab you. Do that. Do that. Have a merger over here. That actually works out really well. Damn. No. No. Thank you. You're both going to go over there. But the reason why I didn't add the merger on top here is because it takes up a lot more room than a conveyor belt lift. So now there's like a decent gap in between this merger and this lift, rather than like touching and looking a bit weird. No touchy. Then go to join over there. Great. Star Rapture. I think that's the one, actually. Yes. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, I was playing that, and I honestly really enjoyed it, so I do want to try and give it another shot. Where is it? Space Elevator? Lovely. Brilliant. Okay. I don't want to add any summer sloops. I just don't really need to, if I'm honest. So, what do I want to try and do here? I suppose... Okay. Let's see. I want to try and go with something like that. Like that. Then with a splitter up here. Yes. Then connect you two together. Bring you down. And then bring you across, just like the way you were before. Now what we can do is then get rid of that, and then go all the way back to, where is it, here? Yeah, okay, you're already coming down, that's great. Are you making stuff? You should be already done with, like, making an entire stack, right? Okay, I do see the yellow lights. That's great, well done. Congrats. Beautiful. Bring you down to there for now. Grab our conveyor lift. Bring you down to here. And bring you down to here as well. Grab our merger. Cancel, splitter. Facing the... Can you just face that? Okay, you are. Good. Then chuck you around here. Try and keep a tight profile if I can. Okay. Chuck you there, and that should be it. There's a couple more decorations that I do actually want to try and add around here. When I say decorations, I don't actually mean like actual decorations. I mean just a couple bits here and there. First of all, you. Then I suppose I could actually go with this. Make it look like a balcony. How would that look? I can't imagine great, if I'm honest. Yeah, no, it looks a bit weird. I think what I'll do here instead is actually just increase it down there a bit more. Like this. Minus that one. ourselves a nice little corner, tuck you into there. Get rid of that corner just for now. Select you lots. I suppose just bring you into that wall over there. Sure. Hit you in our pathway cutter. Get rid of you. We've now got a bit of room left over here, so what I'm actually going to try and do is get rid of that, get rid of that. And because we've got nothing better to add over here, I'm actually going to add in, if I can afford it, but I don't actually know if I can. Ma'am. Just using up the space here a little bit. I do want to try and push you back a little bit more, though. You will see me doing this quite a lot, by the way. It might look, like, useless, and I suppose in one regards it is, but it fills up the area with something which I actually quite like. I will then do... There we go. Something a bit like that. I mean, that works. Might prefer something a bit like that. Architecture. Lastly, grab you. You. And for all the corners, go around with this. It's a very simple factory, isn't it? Like, it really is. It's a rather small footprint. Mathematically, it took me about 4 minutes to do. Mostly because I did some, like, pre-workings out, which I recommend you do anyway. Still got an absolute ton of room over there now as well, which is great. Oh well. This is annoying, but oh well. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna consider this a ledge to look over the Mark II miner there. Because why not? There we go. Lovely. What's like a good angle to show this from? Yeah, it's really not that bad to automate at all. Especially not compared to the other items. Or especially compared to the other items, should I say. It is not too bad. And there we have it. Within just a few minutes, we were able to fully automate the automated wiring, which is great. The actual wiring itself is being stored in this little storage container right next to us, just until we can make our adaptive control units. There we go. Wait for the autosave. The amount of times I've started recording something and the game's autosaved is actually ridiculous. I've also added in this man here, just to try and use up this empty little bit of space. But you never know, especially when I'm scanning hard drives, this can most certainly become quite useful. Lovely. We've got a really good chunk of room over there as well. Don't know what I'll be doing with that. We'll see. I can now paint these guys a regular color as well. Where is it? Yes. So, motors. Should we do a little bit of things with these motors? Because I think it could be rather interesting. Firstly, we'll place down a constructor. Smelter. Assembler. And I believe that should be it. Okay. The very first thing that I want to try and ask myself is, how many motors do I want to make per minute? 5 could be interesting. I feel like that could be quite good for us. So let's boot open this app. Just like so. Control C. Control V. Wait, did I already calculate something very similar to this? Motors. Well, I mean, this is the recipe I want to use, but I mean, that's a lot of resources. Although if I was to divide everything here, let's say by 10, that's roughly... Okay. We're looking at about 200... That's more than that. Maybe a maximum of 300 iron ingots being used here, which isn't that bad. So, you know what? We'll completely definitely take that. Let me just steal you. Great. And chuck you over here. Right. So, again, motors 5. This should be 10. Then that, again, should be 10. Let's get a... custom frame here in the background. Lovely. And for now, you guys can just go. So it sounds a bit quiet now with no music in the background. Oh well. I don't know why I completely forgot about motors. I suppose, like, I do want to try and automate everything, right? One thing I also want to try and automate as well is the copper sheets, because I haven't done that yet, and I feel like that's rather important. You know, it could be important, potentially. Starting off with our steel rotors there, we are going to need 20 steel pipes. Okay. And then 60 wire. It's not bad. Then for the stators, we are going to need 30 steel pipe, which is more. Wait, we're making 5 stators? That's exactly what we did over here as well. Okay, that's really simple to do then. It's literally the exact same thing, isn't it? And then 80 wire. Is that the same thing? It should be, because that's what I am making. Oh wait, no, it's 10, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's 10. So it's double that. I was going to say, we definitely weren't making 80 wire there. That's why I sounded a bit concerned. But that's all good. So, we can ignore that then for now. Come over to you. So, firstly, we're going to need 80 wire, which is 45 iron ingots. Then we're going to need 60, which is 34. This is what we're looking at so far, by the way. Next, we need our steel pipes. And that's basically it. The only thing I'm actually making here is wire and steel pipe, which is really good when you put it like that. Yeah, steel pipe, it was 30. Oh, I can only make 20 there. Okay, then we'll do 3, which is 45. And then 20, which is 30. Great, and this is what we are left with. So 64 iron plus 90, so in total that's 154. That can't be right. Really? Huh. It should have been somewhere near 300 though, shouldn't it? Let me just try that again. That almost feels too low. So 10 of you guys is 30 and 80. Yeah. And 10 of you is 20 and 60. Yeah. Oh, I did steel ingots. That's why. I was supposed to do iron pipe. That makes more sense. So 3 is 100. Okay, yeah. This is a lot worse. Rather than 45, it's 120. Then rather than 20 pipe, it's 80 iron ingots. I had 30 before. Right, so now this is the proper maths. In total, this is 279. Okay, that is better. That's why it's important to double check your maths. It sounds like I'm a maths teacher from like year 6, but you know what? It's important to do it. You don't know why stators are so much more expensive than rotors? 261 for rotors and 381 for the stators. Steel pipes and wire, which is, yeah. Stators are really expensive to make. I don't know why either, but oh well. Wait, so we need 279 iron, and how much have I got over here again? You're joking me. You have got to be joking me. We are off by 3.4. Ugh. Yeah, no, that is generally frustrating. Is there any way that I could somehow make like 4.9 motors per minute? I suppose I could, right? But do I actually want to? I feel like 5's far more important. Oh, is it though? Because if I was to make 4.5, that's then 9 stators, 9 rotors, which is less than that. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Why not? I know, like, it's probably weird that I'm doing this, but it makes sense to me. But that's definitely correct, right? No. 4.9 would be 9.8. So, if I was to make 4.75 motors, I believe that would be 9.5 rotors and 9.5 stators. Okay. Sure. I'm not changing much of this, but that's basically what I'm going to need to know for now. And of course, I got rid of everything. Classic. That's 5. We need to do 0.95, then times it all by 10, which is 28.5 steel pipes. And 76 wire. See, I'm barely saving, like, or barely using any less items, but that will massively help me in the future. And the future being in, like, 1 minute from now. So, yeah, it is quite important. Then again, 1.9 steel pipes. And 5.7 or 57 wire. That was 19 steel pipes, not 1.9. Which is the equivalent to 76 iron ingots for that. And let's see. 114. So yeah, we have saved quite a lot there, which is great. The other resources I don't really care much about because we've saved what we had to. Good. So I suppose we're going to be building this right here. And the very first thing that I want to start off by doing is converting everything into wire and steel pipe. Yep. Let's do it. So stator-wise, or smelter-wise, how many of you guys am I going to need? Can't really fit too many over here, but that's okay. So the very first thing that I need is 76 iron ingots, so that's 30, 60, 90, lower that down to 76. We then need 34, 1, 2, and lower you down to 4, that will then be that. Then do the exact same thing over on this side. 114, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. This is what we'll do. It's going to be quite a weird design, but I want to try and test myself if I can. Let's see. So, merger. You're going to go here. And this merger is going to go over here. We're not touching, which is what I need them to do. Or technically not do. There we go. So your production line's going to go straight down over there, then you're going to loop around, I suppose? Yeah, why not? Let's see how streamlined we can try and keep this project. Okay, yeah, make sure you have got this enabled, by the way. Take from inventory before depot, unless you really want items to be taken from your depot. But I really don't. There we go. Unless, like, I desperately need items from my depot, I try not to. None of you guys have copied across, which is cool. I didn't do the setting for it. So you're going to be making our stators. Then you lot are going to be making our rotors. Sounds pretty self-explanatory. And again, I'm going to have to update the viewers here as well for the video. The good thing about watching these streams is that you guys are always ahead of everyone else in regards of video content. Oh wait, you've got to be coming from down, don't you? Right. Not necessarily, though. We'll do this instead. If it works, even. No, then you can't go over there. Unless you can. Wait, no, maybe you can. There we go. Good. That can then go. Look at all the wire moving everywhere. It looks so weird to see. That moving as well. It's like the only thing we've actually made here is wire. Which of course we haven't. We've made a bunch of other stuff, but it just looks like that. At least. Okay, when it comes to you, I'm going to try and squish you in a little bit more to this side if I can. Which I know I can, so I'm going to. I was just trying to be nice. Nope. Nice. It is technically wire, isn't it? Yeah. Which makes sense. It's in the name, so can't argue against it. And chuck you down to here. There we go. How would a shot like this look? Looks decent. Yeah, I like that. Next, we are now working on our motors, which I understand isn't a necessary item for our adaptive control units, but it is an item that I am desperately going to need, and it shouldn't take that long to do either. But guess how many of it I am making per minute? You probably got it wrong. Because it's 4.75, and the maths here isn't actually correct. It's correct up into the steel pipes and wire, but the actual iron ingots isn't. That's because originally, I was making 5 motors per minute where we needed 279 iron ingots. But, believe it or not, there was a problem. Because this node over here, the one that we literally just used, has got 275.6 iron left over. So essentially, I've lowered down the amount of motors I'm making so that I can fully utilize this node. So rather than needing 279 iron, it's more like 265. Again, I haven't done the exact maths, but I do know it's under that limit, which is great. Oh. I'm also planning on building a vertical factory. By that I mean I just want this to go in a straight line. So it's going to look quite thin rather than chunky. Like, for example, this I would describe as quite a chunky layout. But this I want it to just be a nice, thin, compact layout. I could also do a vertical part of the factory here, but we've got so much room and I would rather not do that as of right now. But maybe a bit later on. No. Regardless, though, this should be pretty good. Wait, that's the... Oh, I've built this all around the wrong way. Ah. I literally just realized that all of this has been built around the wrong way. That's fine. I mean, to be fair, redoing it should take like a minute, so it's not that bad. There we go. Oh, you decided to stay. That's fair enough. Production, smelter. Get rid of... So I want this to go... Wait. So I need you to be splitters, not mergers. Okay. That's actually really annoying. Oh well. Let's grab our smelter. You're going to be here, I believe. And you should be able to go back by about 5. Yes, that seems correct. I'll change you to iron ingots now to make my life a bit simpler. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the exact same thing over on this side, but to go back by 6. So, yep, we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You should line up. You do line up. Well done. No, you don't. Now, why don't you guys line up? You do rotated from steel, you hate screws? That's fair enough. Welcome, Anti-Crisis players. Hope that you're doing well. So you line up there. Oh, you do line up. I thought I was completely off there for a minute, but no. You're a splitter. You've actually got to go. Again, you're a splitter. Then you are going to be over here. So the concept remains the same. I just had to switch some things around. Because originally our inputs were going to be on the outside, and our exports or outputs were going to be on the middle. Literally all we're doing now is just swapping that around a little bit. It's a satisfying sound, I'll give it that. There we go. Okay, yep, so let's, I suppose, power all of you on by now. Welcome, Paul, hope that you're doing good. Yeah, I know. Easy to make that mistake. Everything just managed to fit so nicely, I assumed it was right. Oh well. Luckily, it was a very quick fix. Well, quick for my standards, at least. It didn't take an entire episode. And you'll just come straight down here. You don't seem to want to line up properly. Okay. Whatever floats your boats. I can chuck you down here. Which means all of that should now be turned on. Yes, it is. We still have to try and do like the exact numbers though. Might as well do this part properly. Yep. If I'm gonna do something, just do it properly, right? Why isn't that? Oh, right, okay. Makes sense. I will double check power here as well, but I'm hoping power is going to be fine. I've spent the last few weeks working on power, just so I can do this and have a bit of fun and not worry about power, so I will double check it in a moment. Yeah, we're still pretty good. Got a 20k capacity, but only using about 7.5 megawatts for the maximum. Not bad. Not bad at all. Chuck you there, chuck you there, then chuck you over here. Right, so I think we were up to the stators there, weren't we? So, stators. 0.95. Yeah, so all of that is now correct. So, back over to you. We're going to go iron wire. 76 iron wire. I can't do that, obviously. 7.6 is 43 iron ingots. Which is less than before. And then 57, or 5.7, and times it by 10, is pretty much 32. There we go. I think I've already done the pipes. I'll do it again just in case. What's the highest here? Okay. So 2.85 is... Okay, that is all correct now. So this is the correct amount of ingots that I'm going to need. So in total that is 7, that's 108, plus 114, that's 222, 222, 225, 265. Oh! I got it correct? Wait. No way I guessed the number correct down there. That was just a random guess. That is... Okay. Sure. So you lots. 114, 3, 6... No, I can't do that one. 76, 3, 6, 16, plus 32, 16, 16. We'll do that. 16. I'll paint everything different colors again, just for now. You lot, I think it's going to be... that. Okay. Then you threw it all the same. Good. That's fine. So 76, 3, 6, 16 again. Damn. That's fine. Your crafter's progress is okay. Still is done. 16 coal generators from 3 water pumps done. And now you know where to find some nice stuff for exoskeletons instead of doing it. Oh, nice. That is good. Do you think it's a good idea to transport liquids by train? No. Well, it's up to you. I personally don't. But let's say you don't want to use any sort of plastic, or you don't want to waste all your power on packages and unpackages and all sort of that stuff, then don't do it. But I would personally recommend transporting it as a solid. That's my personal recommendation. You don't have to listen to that. That's just what I would do. So these two are making our wire. And these lot are making our steel pipes. Okay. It's fine. Chuck your face over there. No. Yes. Chuck your face over there. Brilliant. Okay, I suppose let's just get rid of this for now. And let's start to work on the wire. In total, we are going to need for this at least 57 wire. Which I think is going to be 3 constructors. Definitely 3 constructors. So we'll go... Yeah. 1, 2, 3, I suppose. Although I could do 3 in this direction. Actually, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'll be facing here instead. Great. I'll chuck you into there. Nope, never mind. I've still got to go back here a little bit. Forgot about that part. Oh dear. Yeah, this part's fine though. So this is the input. Yes, you're the input. We'll get rid of that for now. Come down here. 1, 2, 3. Then turn you into a 17. Yep, we'll do that. I can do that now. There we go. It does feel good working on a factory and not being too overly concerned about power, though. Because when it's playing in the back of your mind, it can sometimes... not ruin the experience, I say dilute the fun. Because you're constantly thinking, have I got enough power? Have I got enough power? I'm going to do power now. I don't want to have to do power. So, so it can be quite annoying sometimes. No, this is splitters, I think. Right? Yeah, okay, it is working. Great. So now you are making all of the wire, which is fantastic. Yeah, I think this will end up being a rather good idea. Logistically, it's actually really fun to do as well. Down here. Yes. It's already starting to look rather chaotic down here, and we've literally only just begun. I cannot even begin to imagine what it's going to look like after we finish everything. There we go. So the wire is now being produced here. Mergers? No, not really. I'm still looking forward, by the way, to Battlefield 6. I haven't played it yet, so I can't really give like my opinions about it. But from what I have visually seen with my own 2 eyes, I will say I am looking forward to it. I would definitely say that. We are running a bit low there on the rods. Definitely go get some now in a minute. In fact, probably now, if anything. Before I continue. How do I get out? Yeah. Nice. So this is what we've done so far. We've made our... No, we haven't. We've done a wire for that and all of this. That's not bad. And now steel pipe should be, like, really simple to do. 1,600 fluids, which is half as good as normal freight or car. Yeah, that's the reason why I particularly recommend trying to get it into a solid, prefer transporting it as a liquid. That's what most people would end up saying, though. I might as well upload that today. You never know if I might need it one day. I probably won't, but oh well. Got used to here. Get a good couple stacks into there, if I'm honest. Might as well get another one then. When it comes to iron plates, you guys are actually pretty good. Perfect. Nice. Anything else I can try and upload whilst I'm here? Hard drives. Obviously, I don't want to upload hard drives. Iron rods are already being uploaded. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Why is that there? When did I... It doesn't matter. I mean, that's a very smart thing to do. I'm just wondering how I managed to do that. Everything here is good. More computers. Yes. I managed to unlock, by the way, the Mark II Blueprint Designer now. Heck freaking yes. All this stuff's actually quite important. I'll put you guys first, though. So, computer. Goods. Heavy. We've actually uploaded 0 heavy modular frames. Okay, I'll get an extra stack of that. Or an extra sack. I don't mind. I know, I do mind, actually. You guys, I definitely haven't got enough of. Sure. I'll just keep on uploading that as time goes on. Love to know what I'm going to have in there. Maybe an awesome sink. Yeah, no, an awesome sink. Yeah, no, yeah, no, 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 yeah, like, yeah, no, 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 yeah. Yeah, the Mark II's great. I love it. I really, really do. Right. How are you already empty? I'm guessing you must be, like, filled up, right? Yes. How about you? 66, not bad. And you? Okay. Good stuff. Jolly good show, old chaps. I was not supposed to go down here. There. "19 steel pipes. I can make you all in one. That's great. Where? Should I do it here? Honestly, yes. There's a reason for this. Because I'm going to have to use up at least half an extra foundation here because of my logistics that I'm doing for you lots. So if I was to completely do that, and then draw the line in the sand, so I don't want to go anywhere over here. This is going to end up being a path. That's the plan. Get rid of you. Knock you down there. Apparently I can do that. Cool. Okay. No idea I could have done that. Two train stops. It depends how many items you're transporting. Yeah, one to unload and one to load. Yep. And again, it depends what you want to try and do with your canisters. Because, actually... Let me try and show you. Let's say this is your route, okay? And... black isn't the best colour to use for that one. What can I use? Red. let's say that this is your factory, that's where you want everything to go. So you have to have at least one stop there for the packages, not the packages, the canisters. Then another stop over here. Be like your main factory itself. Then yep. It really depends how you're gonna try and do it though. It really does. Like if you're gonna be making the packages on site or the canisters on site, you don't have to do that. But if you're getting the crude oil from here, let's just say you're using crude oil from here, and you're going around this way. You have to have a place where you unload the canisters. It goes through your factory. Then you then have to get another train station to then load your canisters back onto the train. Then send it back around over here. But again, it also depends what you're trying to do, because this is the way I've done it previously. But it's really difficult to explain. How can I explain that in an easier term? I mean, how did I do it? I had like 2 train stations right next to each other. So it was like one station there, one station here. And let's say somewhere around here then as well. Yeah. Get rid of this. So this red line is the train routes, and then these 2 black rectangles are the stations. So one of these stations was used as a package loader, which would be these 2. And then the other ones were package unloaders. Essentially. And that's how my factories worked. The main factory itself could be somewhere over here. But it depends what you're importing, what you're exporting. Because if you're making the canisters on site, then you don't have to put them back onto the train and send them far away. But let's say you're getting your crude oil from here. Okay. No. This is where you're getting your crude oil from. You package it on site, exactly where you get the crude oil from. You then go into the packaged train station with the packaged crude oil. That then goes over here to the unpackaged train station, where it then gets used in your factory. After it gets used in your factory, the canisters have nowhere to go. So you now have to load the canisters again back over here to this train station. Then this will then come back round over here. Back into here. And again, you've now got empty canisters, and you now have crude oil. So you then the empty canisters then combine with the crude oil to then form the packaged crude oil. This then repeats again to go back around over here. And essentially that's how my train stations work. Is that really confusing? So again, crude oil, main factory, package at the crude oil sites, unpackage at your main factory, empty canisters then get sent back to your crude oil packaging facility. Just keep on rinsing, repeating that strategy, essentially. That's the easiest way I can explain it. Got there in the end. What was I going to do? We'll start off by doing that. Oh, nice Vinod, let's go. Oh, whoops. There we go. Great. Now, both of you guys then have to try and combine the form. Was it stators again? Rotors. Okay. 9.5 rotors per minute. Apparently. This doesn't seem like enough resources for that. It is. Definitely is. Okay. So, 2 of you lots. Where do I want you to go? I mean, this seems like a pretty big but decent area to place it in, so let's try that. Maybe what I'll do is place it in over here, like this. Relatively close, but not too close. And flip it around the other way. We've now got all of our logistics underneath there, so I can't actually place it there, can I? So you've then got to go over here. So then I will flip it around, I'd say. Yes. Like that. Just so our logistic floor doesn't get massively in the way here. It still will, but it'll be fine. I think. Yeah, that's the one I was concerned about. That's fine, we can just move it out the way. By doing this. No. You first. Is it there? Too narrow now, apparently. How about we just go into the regular default mode? No. Oh my god. There we go. Bring you back, let's say, to around about there. That's blue. I like the way that looks. Lovely. Bring you out to around about there. Then use straight mode for this. Right. Now our logistics don't get in the way, which means I can do this. And one more over here as well. 2 stations pretty close to one another? Yes. No, that's what I do as well. Like, both of the train stations are pretty much right next to each other. You can have them like 100 meters away, but I don't see the point, personally. As you can probably tell, a lot of this is just personal preference. Why are you guys not lined up? Oh, because you're facing inwards. Right, okay. There we go. Great. Now you're going to come out to here. One splitter there. One splitter here. Although no, it can't. How am I going to be able to do this now? I think you guys are just gonna have to cross over each other here a little bit, unfortunately. Not massively, just a little bit. I do normally try to avoid, but sometimes it happens. Are you looking gonna work? Yes. Okay. Throws you up over there. Brilliant. Activate you in this direction. Beautiful. And change you to rotors. There's no wire though, apparently. What's this? No. Oh my god, man. My luck is unreal. Why would it rotate itself? Brilliant. So one of you guys got to get lowered down now to 4.5. We'll go with you. And that is our 9.5 rotors done. Now let's move on to something else. Although I do have to sort of connect you guys together. Is that going to be simple to do? Yeah. Okay, great. Do a bit of that, and then you can go to wherever it is you need to go. As of right now, I don't care about. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine. So you guys are the 114 iron ingots going into 28.5 steel pipes. Right, that's actually really good. Mathematically, at least, that's really good. Do. And chuck you, I suppose. Yeah, for now, here. I don't know where the other line is going to go just yet. You two. I still want to try and merge you guys together though. Somewhere over here. Great. Oh, nice, you're close to one another as well. Love to see it. See, again, straight mode, that isn't straight. I have experienced that quite a lot recently, and I can't put my finger on why. Like, it's straight mode, shouldn't it be straight? Like, if the foundation's like this, where it's one straight foundation on the exact same type of foundation, like 1 meter, concrete, there's no reason why it shouldn't just remain straight, right? Oh well. How are we looking around here? Any sort of, like, problems, any dramas? No red lights, obviously. I don't see any yellow lights, which is great. Obviously, over here, we are going to see a few because we haven't really utilized everything here yet. And that's completely fine. So starting off with you lot. How are we going to do this? So the far one is for the 28.5 pipes, and the close one is for the 76 wire. 76 wire, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 constructors needed in total for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chuck it down over here then. Yo! Thank you very much to Sir Bathir for the sub. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Oh, it's bugged? Okay. See, the thing is, I thought it was bugged, but I could have sworn I made a video talking about the patch notes where they said they fixed it. Or am I just imagining that? I have imagined a lot of things in my life, but I'm pretty sure I was not wrong about that. Maybe they fixed something to do with straight conveyor belts. Regardless, I wouldn't mind a fix. I'm sure they're working on one as well. So even though I only actually need 4 constructors, I like the way that 5 look. So I might just have 5 and like underclock a couple of them. I know it sounds like a really daft thing to do, I just think it looks cool. Have a couple of you guys here, you're already connected, brilliant. So none of you are producing wire. Why are you not doing that? Oh dear. So that is... No, lower you guys down to 20. Just makes it easier to do the maths. I know it was 67.5 for the three of them, but oh well. So 20, 40, 60, 80. Well, I don't need 80. That's 60. So that's 16 left. So 8 and 8. I love making things more difficult for myself, don't I? I've heard that quite a lot. But it's the way I like to play the game. Again, if I was streaming or not streaming, this is what I'd be doing. Can you fit into here? Yes. It's a tight squeeze. So I'd prefer if we did the conveyor lifts again. There we go. If in doubt, conveyor lift it out. In fact, this is a better idea. No, wait. Yeah, no, wait, yeah. So, chuck you there. There we go. Grab you lot. Then you are going to go here. Whereas you... I suppose you can fit there potentially. So if I grab this, move you back by 1, bring you out. Oh, how far back did I move that? There we go. Damn. All that distance just be off by 1. Damn, that's annoying. Ooh, berries. I think I've got enough berries, but I like to have a lot. All it takes is one bad day to use up all your berries. So it's a very good idea to have a few saved up. But a terrible joke. Okay, so all of the iron's being used. You guys are still... Oh yeah, I know why. Because we're only using like 19 or something. Is that right? No, we're using 76 iron per minute for this. Oh well. Everything else over here is working completely fine. The only other thing I've got to try and do now is the 28.5 steel pipes, which is the reason why I've left this room here, so I can just chuck it in like this. Yep. There we go. Pipe. No. So what was it? 28.5? Yeah, we'll do 25. And 3.5. Sure. If it works, right? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So how can I solve this problem then? I can't really move you over by much more, can I? How about the iron over here? Can I move that over? No. Eh. Let's try and think of a solution. Okay, I've thought of one. So if I try and rotate you guys around, I don't really want to have you here. I wanted to try and break the pattern a little bit, but if I have to, I have to. So we do this. I could actually just line you up. You'll be there. No. You'll be here. Potentially move you back there by 1. That should be fine. Double check. No, this won't be fine. I go straight through there. I could overclock 1 if I had to. Do I really want to? No. something else that I could try and do is have you guys coming through here, then have the conveyor lift going up rather than down. That way it can then cut through here. And obviously I'll move this around. It'll cut through there, and it should be fine. You use mergers and splitters to manage vertical lifts. I mean, yeah, you can do that. The thing that I was a bit confused about, or concerned about, was that I didn't want my conveyor lift to go through this conveyor belt, because I don't like the way it looks. That's literally it. That's the only problem I've got now. Whereas this should work. Bring you back to here. Iron pipe. Copy you over to there. Change you to 3.5. That solves that problem. How about any other problems that might have occurred from that? Okay, you still cut through here. I can move you over there by half. I can move you over here by half. And hopefully those 2 half nudges will be enough there to stop the problem. Good luck, thank you very much, and welcome to Ililb Mert, who's in the chat. Hope that you're doing good. Welcome to the stream. And that right there is 1 full nudge, but see how it's almost touching that? I'm not a massive fan of it. Oh well. Bit of you. Yes. Okay, how are we looking now? Because the thing is, right, if I've managed to move both of these out of the way, then there's no point me doing the above conveyor belt. But I might as well, though, because I think it would look pretty cool. Merger. Move you to there, lovely. Okay. Splitters, do I want splitters here? Yes, we do. I want you to be facing that way. Same with you. I mean, this was a rather tight squeeze, but no, of course it won't work. Because that would have been weird. Right, I'll do this then instead. Keep that the way it is. Have the entrance of this being here. You're doing great. Nice, I'm glad to hear that. You're making a rubber mega factory. That takes 2,400 per minute of polymer resin, plus 2,400 per minute of packaged water. Oh, wow. That is interesting. Good luck with it, though. I've just finished a very small plastic and rubber facility. Really enjoyed making it. I don't know if it was worth it, but it was fun. I think it will be worth it though, because even though it's only producing about 260 rubber and plastic per minute, for this stage of the game, that isn't too bad. So I'm happy with it. So you've got to go. You've now got to go over to there. You connect to you. You connect to you. Now everything's operational? Yes. 28.5. We've now done that. We've done this. And I'm pretty sure I'm making my rotors there as well, aren't I? Yeah, right here. Grand. Although you guys currently have nowhere to go. If I remember correctly. Yep, so you're currently here. There we go. Yeah, okay, this factory is going to end up being a lot bigger than I thought. So the next thing to do now is our 9.5 per minute stators. Make sure that all of you guys are going to combine this as well, because we need things from underneath there and things from here. So let's do that. You're going to go straight. Everything else is going to come around here. No. There we go. That's T5 belts outperform Mark II pipes. Pipes can just be kept to the local template. Yeah, I try not to use pipes too much, even though I'm using pure ingots for everything, and wet concrete, and pure caterium. Okay, maybe I am using quite a lot of pipes. Oh well. Yeah, I always find pipes just such a nightmare to be dealing with. I know they can be great as well, but just knowing that no matter how good you are with pipes, it will never be perfect, I always find quite annoying. Whenever I do something, I do like to try and perfect it, especially in Satisfactory. Like, when I know I can perfect it, I do try. When it's something like maths, I'm like, yeah, no, stop. Unless it's in Satisfactory, then I'm like, yeah, no, let's just get this as right as we physically can. Right. Left. Right. Left. The two of you guys. Right. That shouldn't be too bad. So, the very first one I want to have somewhere over here. How far back can we go? I like that. He hates me. I like that. What's the song? So what I can do now is this. Maybe not that. How far back can I go here? That actually works, no way. So if I was to do this... No? Oh right, 'cause that's a merger, not a splitter. There. I can't see this working. No. Okay. Apparently this does. Sure. We'll take these small wins. Sometimes a small win is a big win. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but it sounds like it's right. And of course, you're not lined up with that. Ugh. This might end up looking a bit messy. Add you over there, add you over here. I think I want these two to line up. I can do this, to be fair. Actually, this looks fine. And bring you somewhere over to here. No. Change you to 4.5. No. Okay, we are now producing our stators. The very last thing to actually do now is our 4.75 motors. I do have to go back to get some more resources though, but overall, not bad. And we can fit it all into one assembler, which is going to end up being right here. So that's actually pretty good. It seems like we can squeeze it all into one area here. Actually, I want to leave that there just for now. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. Luckily, my vision has come to light. We haven't quite made our motors just yet, but we've now made our rotors and our stators. All that's left to do is combine them right down there at the very end, right next to our other assemblers which are currently making our stators. I love when a plan comes together. Oh, we managed to finish that just in time there. So, let's go back. Let's go get enough... Oh, I didn't even press record. Oh, well. Let's do that again. And luckily, our vision is coming to life. We haven't quite made the motors just yet, but we've managed to make our rotors and our stators. The only thing left to do now is actually just combine the two together, right down there at the very end next to where the assemblers are for the stators. I do love it when a plan comes together. There we go. That was pretty much word for word what I said earlier. Oh well. Looks tight. It doesn't look too bad. I like it. It's not overly complex. I don't want it to be. Bear in mind, this is a starter factory. This isn't, like, the very final thing I'll ever be doing in this playthrough, okay? I will be doing a lot more than this eventually, but for now, it does exactly what I need it to do, so I'm pretty happy with that. I've just remembered, by the way, when it comes to the adaptive control units, I'm making motors, that's fine, but the thing is, I also want to make extra, like, additional heavy modular frames just to have lying around. Same thing with my computers. So, I mean, this isn't really a lot either. I've got to make one computer for this. Oh, sorry, 2 computers for that. 1 heavy modular frame for this. However, I probably want to end up trying to make, like, 5 of each per minute. I don't care much about circuit boards, but because of how cheap they are, I might as well make, like, a good, like, 10 per minute just to have them lying around, maybe 5 per minute. So it means that I've got to times all this by 5 and add it on to what I've currently got in regards of resources. But you know what, I'll tackle that another day. Not today, because I'm not yet done with this. Because our next stream, I believe, which was on Monday, I'm doing heavy modular frames. So I think what I'll do is I'll do this, and then do it again, but for 5 heavy modular frames. That could be interesting. We'll see. And thank you, by the way, again to everyone who's tuning in. We've currently got over 19 people watching. Thank you very much, everyone. I do greatly appreciate that. So, let's gather our encased industrial beams. And is there anything else I might want? Yes, there is. I don't know what that item is just yet. But whatever it is, I need it. Get a good amount of them going. Yep. Yep. Shouldn't need any of this stuff. I should already have enough for all of this. Lovely. How am I using so many encased industrial beams? We are just absolutely destroying all the beams of my factory right now. Which is fine, but I'm just surprised it is so much. I'll upload that there for now. Same with you. Whatever's left over, we'll just chuck back into there. Anything else I can upload? Yes, most certainly that. Most certainly this. I'm probably move you back over here actually, just for now, so I can get that up there. Great. Chuck that over to there as well. Okay, that's fine. Cables, yes. It's so dark in here. Plenty now, apparently. Everything else is good. How about iron rods? Okay, iron rods is good. Great. We should have enough resources now just to try and finish this. Which is grand. How are you looking? Good. You're looking very good, in fact. Love to see that. Everything over here looking good as well. I don't see any signs of, well, anything going wrong which is nice. Of course, you're yellow because you've just reached the maximum amount of roses. That's not actually a problem. There we go. So, if I give myself a nice little gap here, I realize I say the word so like after every single sentence. Anyway, so what I want to try sorry, what I want to try and do now is chuck you over here. Not too tight. I want there to be like a bit of a recognizable gap in between you two. And there should be enough room there for, what's it called? Industrial storage. Yeah, just industrial storage. That's fine. I was going to call it an industrial storage box, hence why I stopped after saying industrial storage, but apparently it's not called an industrial storage box. I should probably know what it's called. Oh well. So you're going to go over to there. You lot are also going to come down here as well. Can you fit around here? Yeah, you must be able to. Well done. Fun fact! Circuit boards are only used to build one machine. The vertical programmable mergers and also programmable splitters require supercomputers when they are vertical. Oh. Know that? Now we do. That's a good bit of information there, actually. There's no way this is going to work, is there? Oh, lovely. That saves me having to do something stupid, so that's good. Imagine me doing something stupid in this game. What? Never? That's never happened in humanity? Okay, where is... Okay, you're there. Oh, dearie me. Right, okay. Chuck you down over there. That's now all of our rotors. Power, yes, of course. And we... Oh, wait. Whoops. It'd help if I was making the right thing. There we go. And as simple as chips, we are now making 4.5 motors. That's it, right? No, 4.75. Okay. Dearie me. Again, it might not sound like a lot, but trust me, it is. That will help us massively. Might even add one more here, just for the memes. Because it would take roughly 10 minutes to fill one of these stacks. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 times 6. Oh dear. 48. 48 times by 2. 96. That's 96 times by 10 minutes. 960 minutes. Divided by 60. So that's 16 hours to fill everything up here. I don't think I'll be filling this up anytime soon. But it's, like I keep saying, and I will continue to say, it is good to have. And that's another factory done. We are absolutely flying through this. I love to see it, I really do. I'll keep this as like a T section for now. I'll close you off over there. Yeah, this has been like a really good expansion over here. I'm very happy that I've decided to do this. Because I was thinking, like, for a few nights, actually, how I was going to do this expansion. In fact, I think it wasn't my last stream, but the stream before that, where I was, you know, audibly confused as to what I was trying to do. Like, I couldn't think of anything to say. That's because I was trying to think about what I was going to end up doing. And luckily, I think we've drawn a, we've come to a pretty good conclusion. I'm rather happy with this, in fact. Try and close this off as well. I do apologise if the gameplay is a little bit dark. I can't do anything about that. Other than download a mod, but I shouldn't have to download a mod to be able to see my game. I believe brightness is turned up, like, completely. There is even a setting for that. I'm sure there is. Couple more over here. So, let's see what else I want to try and make in this factory. In fact, what I should probably do is have like a list of every single item I want to have automated, and then just try and tick it off. That could be a good idea. So, we'll do that. Sure, here. Where's the Battlefield one? There we go. So, automated items. Number 1. Iron plates. Which of course we are. Oh dear. Iron plates. Iron rods. I know these ones are obvious, but it's still good to know what I actually have automated. What's like another very, very basic resource, I suppose. There we go. Number 5. We'll go with wire, cable, copper sheets. This is just for the starter factory, though. There we go. SF just stands for Starter Factory, not Special Forces. The Day UI mods. Yeah. That's the one I've heard. Seeing things in the game when it's dark, I've got the exact same problem, especially when it's like really bright in here as well. I find it quite difficult to try and work with. What else have we got? Rotors. Just rotor. Number 9. Modular frame. 10. Heavy modular frame. Plastic. Rubber. What else? Motors? Yeah. Anything else I desperately want? Computers, circuit boards. Yes, keep going. Circuits, boards, computers. Let's focus on some steel stuff now. So steel beam, steel pipe, in case industrial beam. A little bit longer. There we go. There's a lot actually, isn't there? Yeah. Super fun factory. To be fair, it has been a pleasure to build, so it's not too bad. Versatile framework. What else did I build over in that factory? Stators. Did I actually like... No, I did fully build stators. I'm just not using it for anything. Bit of a waste actually, if I'm honest, but it's still nice to have just in case. Anything else that I made over in that factory? No. Did I put automated wiring down? No. Okay. Oh yeah, the silica and all that. Then quick wire as well. Yeah. So we've got 24 items I want to be fully automating in my starter factory. And I'm pretty sure I'm making like a good 20 of them, maybe 19. And when I say starter factory, I do also mean like just anywhere in my world, which does include this area where I'm making a lot of my steel stuff. Although I do actually want to start importing all of my steel stuff from there over to here, just so I can have it stored nearby rather than having to walk all the way over there. I'll work on that off camera though, since that would be really boring to do. Like even just thinking about it, it's like, ugh. Oh well. Parts. Anything else here that I haven't mentioned? I'm not going to mention... Oh, screws. I'm actually not automating screws. I probably should have, like, a few. I'm not in, like, a massive supply or in demand of screws as of right now, but it's still good to have. Yep. Smart plating. Am I... I'm not automating smart plating. No. I'm most certainly not. I don't care about any of this sort of stuff. No. Already got all this written down. I don't count that. None of this stuff counts. Sam stuff, yep. So, reanimated Sam. Sam fluctuator there as well. Fluctuator. As if I spelt that wrong. Oh, okay, I did. Crystal oscillator, yeah. I'm gonna make that hit. I never spell this correct. Spelled it correct, let's go. Then we'll go with the AI limiter. Then we'll go with... In fact, that's actually something I do want to try and do. Get my plastic and rubber, then bring it over to this part of the factory. Yep. Trains are a challenge for me. I don't mind using trains, but I don't trust them at all. I'm completely honest. AI limiters. There's another one as well. High speed connector. Modular engine. Damn. I'm not making this, am I? No. Okay. Have I put adaptive control units? I don't think so. No. Quite a lot of stuff. I don't care about any sort of like the powder stuff or weapon stuff. So that's fine. So in total, it's 33 items. Okay. I don't know why Sam isn't in my dictionary. What did I just change? So now let's see how many of these I'm actually automating. So yes, no. Can I turn everything here to be bold? No. Okay. Can I have a font where I can do that? That looks a bit fun. Why not? Rotors, modular frames. Yep. What? Bruh. How? Oh, right. Yeah, I'm on. Okay. That's fine. That's better. Plastic, rubber, motors. Yep. Circuit boards. No. Nope. Steel beam, steel pipe. Yes. Yep. 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 No. In theory, I am making silica quartz crystals and quickwire, but I'm going to be upgrading their facilities and adding it to the area that I'm currently building on today. That's why I'm not touching them. No. No. Why did I do caps for this? Oh yeah, I know why. Because the font I was using before was old caps, so I automatically didn't like bother doing it. Oh well, that's fine. No. Okay. Right, so we got quite a lot to do in the ends, don't we? We've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 out of the 33. So we're almost halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Sorry, I had to. Right, so there's a lot for us to do. Even though I have got tons of resources here now, I don't think it's actually enough. I can and most likely will be having to get a bunch more resources from around the world, which is fine. If it has to be done, it has to be done. Regardless, though, it is good progress. Off camera now, what am I going to do? We'll probably rest for a bit, if I'm honest. But then afterwards, why are you guys yellow? No steel pipes. You guys haven't got enough iron. You've got too much. Oh, right, I don't think I've actually done... Okay, wait, I know what I haven't done. Didn't clock you guys properly, did I? Okay. Where is it? Yeah. So, for you lots, you need 114. Okay. 3, 6, 9, that's 90. 24. There we go. And now for you lots, you need 43. That's correct. It is correct. Is it correct? It is. 30, that's fine. Then 13 for this. No, you guys are going to our... Wait. I think what I've done is I've mixed these two together, haven't I? Because you're making 43. You guys should be going to the wire. Where are you going, though? You're going to the pipes. But the pipes need... Okay, so that's what I've done. Quite annoying there, but oh well. Luckily, we found the problem before I ended the video. Stream. Why are you bending like that? That should now be fixing the problem. Yeah, you need 114. Right. That's definitely fixed the problem. Good. In the meantime, I am going to chuck you into here and you into there just to try and get things moving here a little bit. Well, you still appear to be green, so that's good. You are running low on status, obviously, though. That makes sense. Great. Everything here has now been fixed. We only had to rip up half the floor. Great. And now I can record the very final segments of this part of the video, which is nice. Nice. Okay, I might have been sidetracked for the last hour, but this is actually a project I desperately needed to do. And now we are making 4.75 motors per minute, and I'm really happy the way everything looks, so I still consider it a mild success. Mild because, again, I was distracted whilst building it. Oh, whoops. I'm also going to show the video people this as well very quickly. What we are looking at here is every single item that I want to be fully automating in my starter factory. As of right now, we are fully automating iron plates, iron rods, concrete, reinforced iron plates, wire, cable, rotor, modular frames, plastic, rubber, which of course we are making over in our plastic and rubber factory, motors, steel beam, steel pipe, encased industrial beam, versatile framework, stators, and automated wiring. Steel items, including things like versatile frameworks, encased industrial beams, and steel pipes, everything like that, is being made over here. So I want to try and belt them out nice and neatly, maybe, to over here where we are right now, because I might need those items further down the line. Also, it's nice to have them closer to my starter factory. Whoops. I closed the screen that I needed to... There we go. However, we have a long way to go yet, and some of these items are generally really important. Things like quickwire, silica, and even things like quartz crystals, which I know I'm already technically making, but I'm not making them properly. So I do want to try and make them properly because we are going to need them for recipes further down the line. Of course, as well, things like computers, heavy modular frames, all of that we are going to touch upon right now. In fact, speaking of heavy modular frames, circuit boards, and computers, I've come to a realization. With our adaptive control unit recipe, I am making heavy modular frames, but I'm not making any additional heavy modular frames or computers or circuit boards on the side, just in case I need them a bit later on. So not only do I have to make one heavy modular frame for this, but I also want to make an additional 5 heavy modular frames just to have lying around. Probably an additional 5 circuit boards, which I know isn't a lot per minute, but I don't need a lot, so that's fine. And then lastly as well, probably an additional 5 computers, which massively increases the amount of raw quartz, copper, iron, and of course limestone that we're going to need now for these projects. I should have enough lying around, but by the time that we take into consideration everything else down here, I most certainly don't have enough resources. So we're going to have to import some from somewhere, but that's not today's problem. Okay. But today we are just focusing on the adaptive control unit, so those other items I mentioned, including the computers and heavy modular frames, are gonna have to wait into our next episode. So let's continue with the ACUs. And I'll be ACing you on the next live stream. I'm sorry, that was a terrible outro. I'll do a better one. Yeah, gamers, that'll just about do it for today. I know it was only like 2.5 hour long stream, which is, to be fair, is how long I normally stream for. We managed to get quite a lot of logistical things done, which is fantastic. I know we didn't really build much on camera today. I mean, everything you see here, all the logistics that I was doing beforehand, I built all that today, but most of it was off camera for the video. So, yeah. Nice motor factory, thank you very much. Thank you. Behind the scenes stuff, yeah, I think it's... Well, I find it fun at least. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it as well, because, like, I need to record clips of the video, because if I don't do that, it would be really weird to, like, jump forward 2 hours, being like, hey, I built half the things for the video. Here's a 5-second clip of me doing 2 hours worth of work, because that would just be pointless, right? So, I'm glad that you do like that, though. Tomorrow's stream is already scheduled. If you guys want to set a reminder for it, you can do that. Actually, no, cancel. I'm not streaming tomorrow, sorry. We are doing some other stuff. I'm uploading a video tomorrow. And then Monday, I'll be streaming, doing some heavy modular frame stuff. So if you guys want to see that, then feel free to set a reminder. We're then doing some computer and circuit board stuff the day after that as well. And then after that, I don't know what I'll be doing. But regardless, it should be a fun next few days. Thank you very much to everyone that tuned in. Thank you as well for all the likes. I do greatly appreciate everyone that does tune into these streams. I'm going to have to start thinking about, like, how do I want to get all these other items over here now, like from our plastic and rubber facility, which I finished and you guys will see tomorrow. I'm quite happy with the way it looks. It's different than what you guys probably think it ended up looking like. Let's just say that. the concept's relatively similar to what I was talking about on stream. The steel stuff is nice and easy to get over. When it comes to other things like extra iron, extra copper, extra limestone, and SAM, I don't know what I'll be doing with that. I really don't. But we'll talk a bit more about that on Monday. Regardless, enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. I hope it's good, I hope it's fun, I hope it's safe. And that'll just about do it from me today. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. Cheerio.